Hey Indonesia, this is Clinton Kane. Check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the number one music website in Indonesia.
Hello, city lovers, and welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Dundhee Yuwono. And we're about to have a chat with one of the Sadboy musician, who I believe his song become your soundtrack of life already. So here with me now, the one and only Clinton Kane. Hi, Clinton. How are you? How
Hello,
are
thank you for having me. I'm good. I'm not a sad boy. What do you mean?
But I prefer to call you a sad boy because when I listen to your song, I don't know why I feel a lot of sad. I don't know. What
Yeah,
do you say?
okay, fine. You can have it. It's fine. Just call me sad boy. I'm doing really good. Very busy with everything. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's totally early in the morning in Indonesia, so I have my iced coffee with me today. So I'm
Oh
hanging
wow.
and
I would
it's
love I Mornings are my favorite with an iced coffee, having
right.
just working. Wow, it's like night. It's like 8 p.m. here and I hate it.
Where are you right now? Are you in America?
Yeah, I'm in America. I'm in Las Vegas right now. I've been living here for like 10 months.
Wow, cool. How's everything there? Is everything good so far, or we're going back to normal?
Everything's pretty good. Everything's been pretty good for the past year for some reason,
Mhm.
just Las Vegas is America's, weird like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, for some reason, everything's pretty good. Everything's open. Everybody's having a great time. How is it in Indonesia? I haven't heard of what's going on there.
Well, it was predicted to be there will be like third wave, but I don't believe it's gonna happen because it's getting normal and all of the people are starting to get vaccinated. So I
Oh,
believe it's
cool.
not gonna happen the third wave. I don't believe that.
Are people able to fly into Indonesia right now?
I believe so, yeah, but you still have to do some quarantine, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely need to come back to Bali. Um,
Yes, you've already been to Bali, right?
I've I've been there 25 times.
Wow.
Yeah,
So so what is great about Bali though, from your point of view, Glenn?
I mean, first of all, I love the people. I love Indonesians, my favorite kind of people.
Oh,
Just like the best energy ever.
mhm,
And then also I lived in Australia, so it was very close to me. It was like
right.
3 hour flight and everything. And it was a very cheap flight, knowing Asia. I don't know, it's something about, I mean, there's a sense of home there just because like I've been there so many times and I don't know. I just the energy in Bali, Ubud, like all the islands over there. I mean, even in Jakarta.
Mhm.
I just love Indonesia. I think it's a great place.
Cool. So it's a mandatory question, but do you able to speak Indonesia since you've been in Indonesia a couple of times now?
So I can understand the basic like basics of like Indonesian and everything.
Oh, okay, cool. So, okay, let's take the Indonesian part aside and talk about you and your music. Let's take you back to the first time you decided to do music. How's that started? How is that all started?
Um, so when I was growing up, I never thought about like being a musician, being a singer songwriter. I never actually wanted to be at where I'm at right now. It kind of came out of nowhere, but I started singing songs in church because my mom was a pastor and I would worship lead and and in church and everything for every week, basically every Sunday. And then I started doing covers on YouTube just for
Yeah.
fun. I was just like, you know what, I can sing a little bit, and I'm not too bad. I'm okay. And I started doing that, gained a little bit of traction. I stopped for a little bit. And then 3 years ago, September 2018, I wrote
Mm,
my first ever song. I've never written songs before that. I
right.
wrote about a panic attack that I had. And I don't know, after I wrote that first song, I was like, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. And I hadn't even posted it yet. I hadn't like gotten any traction. I just wanted to do that for the rest of my life. So then
Mm,
I posted it, woke up the next day, and it had like 300,000 views. And I was like, what's happening? Posted another one the next night, woke up to 1 million views. It just kind of
wow.
kept like, it kind of kept like
Mm,
kind of like an avalanche, and it just kind of kept going. And then I know now I'm here. Now I'm still working towards all this stuff.
Cool. And you are still working with tons of great music and tons of great story of your perspective. I mean, you conquer all of the issue that most people had. I mean, all of the relationship that fails, all of the panic attack, all of the trauma. I mean, that's why I told you before that it's kind of like sad boy tune for me, because I felt that like related to the story that you try to, what is it, like write on your own song. So tell me about the process of writing the songs though, Clayton, because I believe that all of the musicians came from a lot of different places though. And for you, do you writing your melody first or the lyric first?
So how I usually do it is I find like a chord progression. So either I play on the piano or I play on the guitar. And then I find something I like that makes me feel, emotional. And then melody comes in. After the melody comes in, I just start like spitting out lyrics like that come from my brain. It's like rapid fire. It's like so random. And then after that, I form a line and I'm like, whoa, this is exactly what's happening to me right now. This is what I'm feeling. This is what happened last week. And then after then, it kind of like depends on each song, but usually like I've written songs in 20 minutes. I've written songs in an hour. I've written songs in 4 days. All depends, but that's usually how it comes along.
Wow. 20 minutes is the fastest you wrote your music. Wow, that's so fast, man.
That was I Guess I'm in Love was in 20 minutes.
Wow. So the latest release, I Guess I'm in Love, it only took 20 minutes to write. That's so cool, man. I mean, when you get inspired, I believe every people in this world, when you get inspired to do something that you love, you will finish all the work like instantly, right?
That was very different because it was that when I wrote that song, that was the first time I was ever in love in a relationship. First ever time. I had relationships before, but it was kind of like this playful, like, oh, I like you, I'm a kid, I don't know what I'm feeling. This was the actual time I was in love. And that night when I wrote it, the feelings were just there. That it was like a month after we met. I wrote that, and that was the first. That was actually the night I told her I loved her, because I wrote that song and I showed it to her, and I was like, I'm in love with you. And it was just so real and so positive, and so instead of like, because usually all my songs before that have been like sad about like trauma, about like all this stuff, and that was the first ever song where it was just like purely good, just like happy and love, and I was smiling the whole time, and I was like happy tears. It was just I still remember that moment, and it was the best. It was by far the best songwriting experience of my life.
Right. And I believe when she heard the song the first time, she also crying her eyes up, right?
She actually didn't.
Oh no!
The thing, no, with her, she isn't the type to cry, so it's understandable. She doesn't really cry a lot, but she did, like, I don't know. I mean, she definitely loved it. She was just like, "What? That's crazy." You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the lyric that you put, it's more like a poetic for some reason, I must say. So that's a great representation. When you fall in love, you can do such thing with a great lyric and great music as well, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
So the thing that I learned about you, Clinton, now you are working on your album. You're currently in the middle of working your album, right? How's the album so far? Can I get a hint a little bit?
It's amazing.
Wow.
I am so happy with it. I'm so happy with all the songs on it. It is, I mean, as far as the song goes, it's finished. It's all finished. Am I going to release it now? No. You know why? Because people like the tease. People like to chase, and people, it's normal human mentality. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to tease and tease and tease until I can't tease anymore. But it's I mean, what can I say about it? It's very, it's my debut album. It's my little baby, and it takes you through years of emotional experiences in my life. And people are, I think once this comes out, people are really going to understand me and my story and what I've been through and what I'm trying to put out in the world.
Okay. So speaking about the songs. So I saw your TikTok and you teased this particular song for a couple of time now. I believe that it's having a rock genre. The song.
Yeah.
Was it a successful experimental song, or are you meant to do this song for a while now?
It's both of those actually, because I've been thinking about it for a while because I've been listening to a lot of like pop rock songs, and I'm like, for probably about like 8 months before I wrote that, I was like, I really want to write a pop rock song. I really want to write something with like heavy drums and electric guitars and all that stuff. I really want to do it. And then we tried every time. I tried every time with my songwriter and producer. It just didn't work out. But this time it was perfect. And then we wrote it, we experimented it, and then it turned out to be really good. And I love the song. I'm really excited for people to hear the whole thing.
Right. The love of the song, I really can see from your face when you posted that video. You smile from ears to ears when you, play the snippet. And I can't wait though, because I heard the snippet and it feels so good. Now, knowing that now pop rock song, it's become a hit now. So it's gotta be a banger now, right?
I know. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what people think about it.
All right, so this is my last question for you, Clinton. For the first one will be, what is a music from your point of view? I already asked it for a lot of musicians, and I want to know from your point of view, what is music?
To me.
Yes.
What is music to me? I'm a very, I mean, as a kid, I grew up very, I grew up with a lot of like childhood trauma. You know, I had issues with my parents, I had issues with my brothers. I just had issues family wise to the point where I wasn't able to really, no one really raised me to talk about my feelings. And you know, when you bottle up feelings like that for years and years and years of growing up, you know, it like spits in your face and you do toxic things and you do negative things and all this stuff, you know what I mean? So music is the savior to that. Music has been music has made it able for me to release all those feelings, you know what I mean? In a positive way, in like a way that like helps me and helps other people whenever I do release it. It's just, it's the number one thing in my life. You know what I mean? It's the only thing I do ever is write. And it's my saving grace.
Wow.
It's the only thing that matters to me.
That is a great representation of music. That is the great definition of music. I mean, it's beautiful, I believe, music, and also it's gonna be a savior for you and for all of the people that listening to your music. So to close up this interview, is there any message to your Indonesian fans who happen to watch this video or listening to the podcast?
Apa kabar, guys?
Going strong with Indonesian there.
I can't wait to go to Indonesia and see you guys. Hopefully next year I come in and play over there. It's going to be a very fun time, and love you guys so much.
Yes, please. I hope that we
also when I get there, please give me beef rendang. That's all.
All right.
That's all I want. Thank you.
All right. Clinton, thank you so much for your time. And that's all for today's CreativeDisc exclusive interview. Let's CD lovers. I hope you enjoy our talk with Clinton Kane. And I'll see you on the next CreativeDisc exclusive interview.